Hi, I'm Juliet, and I wanted to make this video to record some things for myself. I have been doing a meditation just before this, and then had some inspiration. So I paused it. I'm only about half an hour into an hour meditation. What I wanted to record for myself is I feel like Kyle Cease has this analogy about a butterfly and the caterpillar, and how the caterpillar is hungry and wants all this information, and it just goes out and eats and eats and eats and eats, and that's what I feel like I've been doing all my life, but especially in the last 15 years or so. I felt like I've woken up and felt very foreign and not had any idea about why I felt so different and foreign in this world, searching for things. So I've read books, I've listened to people, I've gone to seminars, I've taken courses, I've chewed it out with lots of different people, trying to come up with the answers to why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And obviously, more recently, a lot more people are becoming more aware of searching for happiness and what you want and these sorts of things. And so it's become a lot easier to find information. It's been a lot easier to be who I am. But also, I think what I found is that I was pretending so much of the time. I was hoping and believing that I was getting somewhere, but actually it turns out that I was just ignoring some of the things that were real and were coming up. So this analogy, going back to this analogy about the caterpillar and the butterfly. So I've been absorbing all this information, trying and things, doing these things. I've been meditating for a long time. However, I've been meditating more frequently for the last 2 years, and then in the last, well, probably November, December, January, February. So 3-4 months I've been meditating every day for an hour. And some really cool things are happening. And I'm feeling really good. It looks like I'm really calm, but I'm not. I am actually feeling really good. But I've made some big decisions in the last few weeks. Things that I've been talking about doing for years, things I've been wanting to do for years. So I turned around, and the first thing I did in January this year is I booked myself a cottage for a week, on my own. No kids, no partners, no phones, no, everything. I'm just switching everything off, and I'm going. And it's in nature, it's up in the Yorkshire Dales, it's got a log fire, a beautiful bath, it's going to be brilliant. And I'm going to take my art sketchbooks, I'm going to take some journals, I'm going to take my camera, walking boots, and just go walking and just sit with myself and have no interruptions, have nowhere to be, nowhere to go. And I've been so looking forward to it, and I just booked it. I didn't have childcare sorted out. I just felt really compelled to do it, so I did it. And since I've done that, I haven't actually been yet. That is in about a week's time I'm going. But the crazy thing is since I've done that, so much more has happened. It's as if I've actually been, and all the things that I thought it was going to bring, it's already brought before I've even got there, which, well, it's just phenomenal. And so this weekend I've decided to have my notice in as well of my job. and it just feels so light. It feels so light, and letting go of so many things. I did a bit of a challenge in December through to January. I've been wanting to clear stuff out of my house for years and years and years. I've done little bits here and there, but never really got rid of the stuff that just sits there, and I just move it from one place to the other place to the other place. I've moved it from one house to another house. I've paid people to move it, and I've never got it out. It's just sat there because I want to honour the people who've bought it for me, or all these things came up, and so I set myself a challenge of 30 days. I have to get rid of one bag of stuff for 30 days. And to make sure that I stuck to it, to give myself a little bit of an incentive, I said to my son and my partner, right, if I don't do a bag one of the days, then I owe you £50. So I set myself this thing, and they thought, oh, bro, she's never going to do it, so we're going to get 50 quid. So on the first day, big bin bag full of stuff, so pleased with myself. Obviously, as the weeks went in, I got less and less stuff. I was like, why did I do a big bag on the first day? So anyway, to start with, I was able to get all sorts of things, like just go through drawers, and like half the contents of it was just stuff, broken stuff, not used stuff. I mean, it was just ridiculous. So I'd either throw it out, pass it on, and these sorts of things. So then the last week came, and there were these things that were still sitting there, still the ones that I truly wanted to get rid of, which is why I did the challenge, but they were the ones that were still left. So interestingly enough, I was like, I can't finish this challenge without getting rid of these things. So I had somebody help me do it, and we went and asked like a local shop if they wanted to buy them, and this, that and the other, because they were too good to throw out. And I felt like I needed to pass it on, but maybe if I could recoup some of the money, I could then reinvest it into what I was doing. But it got to the point where actually all of the money, so if I think about the money that I transported these things from one house to another house, I think about the boxes I've bought to put them in, the effort but the mental strain I've had keeping them in my life because of who knows what, all the sorts of different crazy reasons that seem really real at the time, but it turns out that nobody cares what you do or you don't do with these things. You don't really care if you get any money or you don't get any money from these things. But once they were gone, I realised it was like something went off my shoulders. It was really quite inspiring to me to know to let go of these things seemed to make me feel lighter, makes me feel calmer. I don't why, because it's probably clutter in your mind because you know it's there and it needs dealing with, all these sorts of things. So I get rid of this. So that again was another one of my challenges. So then I booked this week, and then this weekend I'm writing my resignation letter and handing it in on Monday. So I only have 4 weeks left of a traditional job. And so going back to the butterfly thing, I love it. And so going back to that, I have been the caterpillar. I have been the eating things up, learning things, soaking things up, trialing new things, you know, completely getting lost, coming back again, getting angry, fed up, all these things. And then I think in the last few months, as I've been doing this hour meditation and I've relaxed on as I've been doing my art and my creativity, and I'd really got so far, but I'd given myself some time off. About July last year, something happened, it knocked me sideways. And so I just decided, you know what? It's too much. So I just said, I'm just going to leave it and come back to it in a year's time. And it's been about 9 months, but I'm really excited. I'm really starting to feel the urge to go back to it again. But now I'm in a different place for it. And now I'm just giving myself this opportunity to see where this goes, to be creative. So I'm writing my lists of, what would I want to do? What do I want to write a book? Do I want to make some videos? Do I want to teach people how to do art? Do I want to just get a group together and, of like-minded people? Do I want to help mend sewing machines? Because I'm quite good at sewing machine mending. I've got all these really random things that I'm good at. I'm good at admin and sort of organising and helping people do things like that. And that was the job that I thought my current job was going to be. It was going to be moving down that front. But it turns out that it feels heavier than I thought it was going to be. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, so this is the decision I'm making, and it feels epic, but it also feels like the next logical step as well. And I've made a few other decisions like this in my life, and I recognise the feeling now. I recognise that even if people are saying to me, what are you doing? What are you going to do for money? How are you going to live? You've got 2 kids to look after you, and all these sorts of things, is that actually I'm unshakable. It doesn't come in, it doesn't compute. I hear what they're saying, but I just think, I don't know, but I know I'm going to be all right. And that's where I'm at. And this is the beginning of that journey. So I'm about to emerge from my chrysalis. And who knows what colours and beautiful wings that I'm going to have and where it's going to go. But I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I just wanted to share this insight. Share and do my very first video. This is my very first video, and it is super weird looking at yourself. And you feel like, maybe I should have put some makeup on. Maybe I should have done my hair a little bit better. But actually, I think people are right. I think the real me, the me that has the value that I want to share, that has the value for me and to show my kids and to inspire in others. That doesn't have to look shiny on the outside. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to come from my heart. And this decision is coming from my heart, and I know it's going to be really good. And I look forward to it, because I am really happy. I know I just love that I feel like this, and I love that I am able to sit with any emotion that comes up, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I know that I can be okay with it. If I'm scared, I'm going to get scared. Everybody gets scared. I'm going to get happy. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be worried. But it doesn't matter, because it's all me, and all me is the gift that I give. So it's just going to evolve. It's just going to evolve, just like my paintings. I start off in the first layers and it's crazy and who knows where it's going. You think it's going down this direction, and then, you know, you add on a next layer and then you're like, oh my God, it doesn't look very good, and you know, the colours don't match and it all looks a bit kind of dog's dinnery, which basically just means a mess. And then you sit with it for a while, you look at it, and then it speaks to you, and then you think, oh, okay, so where can I go next? And then you respond to what is on the canvas, on the board. You respond to what is there, and you think, right, well, which bits do I like, which bits don't I like? So the ones that you like, you think, right, okay, I want to do more of that. I want to create more space. I want to be able to see this and not this. And then the layers come in, and then the more that the layers come in, the more rich and interesting something becomes. And that's who I am. I've got all these layers, and I'm not just an artist, and I'm not just, you know, somebody who has very alternative views on life to so many of the people around me. But I have all these different layers, and all of them actually combine together to create a beautiful picture. And I'm in the process of doing that. And I think, in fact, yeah, I really want to combine that layering and the process of my pictures with the process and the layering of what's going to come out of me and what is going to come up, and kind of see them both emerge at the same time. I think that would be really exciting. I'm going to give that a go. So, if you want to see some more of my videos, which I'm sure they will come to because I feel a little bit more relaxed about it towards the end, yeah, I think I'm going to get some painting going and just talk and just see where it comes. I mean, I had no agenda about what I was going to say. It was just something that I just felt like I needed to say about this whole butterfly and emerging. But I think that's what it needs to be, rather than a planned and pre-planned thing. It's got to come from the heart, and then you know that it is from you, and you know it's unique to you, because anything unique that I produce, even if there are other artists and other people who live in the same place, doing the same thing, having similar life, it's still going to be different, because there is always those unique things that you do or don't do, and who you are and how you are, and all those experiences and things that you have gone through. They're unique to you, and they're your gift to the world, to make it happy, to make it so much more fulfilling for other people. I love that. Okay, so I'll see you soon.